Hey there. Today it is all about garlic. So today I'm going to be dehydrating a bunch of garlic. I know that's backwards to you, but it's the only way that I can record and be sure that I'm getting what I want in the picture. So anyway, I got this from Sam's. I do not grow garlic. That's one of the things that I don't grow in my garden. But I do like to buy it in bulk so that I can dehydrate it, and then I can either mince it in some olive oil. I can powder it to make garlic powder, and I will probably do both with this much garlic. Last year, I think it was, I bought the same amount of garlic. I had to throw a bunch of it out because I didn't notice it when I purchased it, but there was a lot of it had gone bad. So I ended up not getting as much as I wanted. So this year I made sure that I looked at it really good before I grabbed it and run, so to speak. So I'm going to slice it thinly. Then I'm going to put it on my dehydrator tray, and then I'm going to dehydrate it. So a couple tips if you would like to buy garlic in bulk and dehydrate it or freeze it, whatever you want to do with it. Number one tip, wear gloves. That smell stays on your hands no matter how many times you wash them if you do not wear gloves. Number two, do it outside if you can. I'm working out on the patio today at the patio table because garlic will smell up your whole house. So, especially if you're going to dehydrate it. So, even after you get it all chopped up and all of that, then sit your dehydrator outside. Find a plug-in outside. The first time that I dehydrated garlic, I tried to dehydrate it in the house, and it did not end well. I'm just going to say that. And I ended up having to move it outside pretty quickly. So I will be using the dehydrator out here on the patio, and I'm just going to slice it up real thin and go from there. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm just slicing off the little brown end there. You don't have to slice that off. It's completely edible. It's a mind thing for me, so I just like it off of there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this mandolin to slice this on. I don't know if it will work or not, but it may. Now you're really supposed to use a little tool that comes with this, but honestly, I don't think the garlic would work because it is so small. It's a tool that holds on to the fruit or vegetable that you're peeling and allows you to slice it without the danger of cutting your finger. But honestly, I've done this so many times that I don't think I've ever cut my finger on it, because whenever I start getting close to the end, I just slow way down and I just push it up against the blade. I'm teaching you all bad habits, aren't I? Don't do as I do, do as I say. Well, here's what we've got so far. It's pretty thin. So I've got my dehydrator tray here, and I've got a little piece of parchment paper on here that I just cut in a circle and cut a hole in the middle for airflow. Some people have trays that come with theirs. Mine didn't come with a tray. They may have them online separately. I don't know. I've never really looked because this parchment paper works just fine. So I'm just going to put my garlic on there, spread it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be one layer. It's going to dry either way, no matter how you put it. Okay, so here it is. There's the first tray in and started. And so as I get the other trays ready, I will just lift this one up, lift up the lid, and add the next trays. Okay, well, here goes tray number 2. And I tell you what, I had no idea that flies love garlic so much. So I may have to finish cutting this up inside. And they won't get too close to the dehydrator because it's hot and it'll thwart their plans. But I may put some of the scraps from it over to the side to attract them and then kill them. Okay, this has been going for about 3 hours, so we're going to check it. You can hear that. Some of them are done, but some of them are not. Some of the bigger ones are still soft in the middle. Same thing on this one. So I'm going to leave it for about another hour. Come back and check it. The last time I done garlic, I sliced it thicker than that and it took forever for it to dehydrate. So about another hour and I think they'll be done. Okay, so I've already dehydrated two trays of the garlic, which equaled 1 pint of dehydrated garlic, which is pretty good. And I don't think I told you the reason that I buy it from Sam's is because I can buy it already peeled. So all I have to do is slice it, chop it, or whatever it is that I'm going to do with it. So I decided I would just dehydrate all of this. So I done 2 trays. So 2 trays that are already finished. And now here's 1, 2, 3, 4 more trays. And again, I will say, if you're smart, you will do it outside because it stinks. And the flies love it. So I could not chop it out here. I had to do that in the house, even though it stunk really bad. But I did have to put the dehydrator out here because that really intensifies that smell. So I've got it out here on my porch and the flies are just flying all around it, thinking they're going to get at it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you have learned something about preserving food, and I hope that you all have a fabulous day. God bless.